There's yet another story of Nigerians being involved in scammy behavior.
2025 might just be the worst year to be Nigerian because what is happening to Nigeria?
It saddens my heart to know that TikTok has taken life assets from Nigeria.
Ooh! Nigerians have been shagging. Yeah, they've been shagging up the TikTok.
They are using this app now to commit fraud. Mostly the ones that call themselves Destiny Helpers. They are doing all this boss battle game every day.
South Africans woke up to the news that TikTok had restricted Nigerians from going live late at night. And the reactions were immediate, loud, and honestly very predictable. The minute the screenshots started circulating, the comment sections began to look like a national debate, with people saying things like, they will say TikTok is jealous, or does this mean the whole world is xenophobic? Then of course someone had to throw in, Nigeria is cursed beyond redemption. And another one added, the world must be xenophobic. And honestly, the reason why South Africans speak like this is because we've seen the pattern before. Every time illegal Nigerian immigrants called out for something serious here, whether it's drug dealing, fraud, human trafficking, or just being caught in some kind of shady operations, the response is always the same. Suddenly, South Africans are jealous. Suddenly, we are xenophobic. Suddenly, we are threatened by their success. But then these same issues pop up in other countries too. And you start seeing the same safety warnings, the same arrests, the same bans, the same restrictions, and the same global statements. Before we get into today's video, please like, subscribe, and turn the notification button on so that you receive a notification every single time I post a video. At some point, you can't ignore the pattern anymore because the world is reacting the same way we have been reacting for years. When TikTok announced that Nigerians would not be able to go live between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m., the platform didn't sugarcoat the reasons. They said there was a massive spike in explicit content during nighttime live streams, to the point where they had to freeze the feature just to protect viewers. The numbers they released were shocking. Just in a 3-month period, TikTok banned over 49,000 Nigerian live sessions, and almost 4 million videos from Nigeria were removed for guideline violations. That is not a small thing. You don't remove 4 million videos in one quarter unless something is happening on a huge scale. There were stories of people using TikTok Live to turn it into explicit shows, adult entertainment, and other unsafe content that violated almost every rule the platform has.
Some Nigerians are knocking on their live stream. They are knocking on their live stream. That's very wrong. And the world are seeing this.
That alone is enough to get any country's features restricted because TikTok is under pressure everywhere to protect minors and stop exploitative content. But the truth is, TikTok's decision didn't fall out of the sky. For many years, there has been a massive problem with online scams linked to Nigerian networks. And this is not a stereotype. This is documented data from global security companies, international police unions, and social media platforms themselves. It's not rumors, it's not jealousy, and it's not xenophobia. It's facts. Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, recently revealed that they shut down more than 63,000 accounts in Nigeria that were connected to extortion scams. These scams work by pretending to be attractive girls, luring men into sending explicit content and then blackmailing them for money. And the people running these scams even brag online about the money they make, posting videos showing cars, champagne, clothes, and soft life lifestyles, all funded by exploiting people. TikTok became one of the tools used to advertise or show off these lifestyles, which made the platform crack down even harder. On top of all of that, there's the long history of 419 scams, the famous advance fee scams, which have been linked to Nigeria for decades. Then there are the big cyber fraud groups like Silver Terrier that have been involved in business email compromise, hacking companies, stealing money through fake invoices, and spreading malware. These things affect countries all over the world. American companies, European hospitals, Asian businesses, they've all been hit. There are also cases where teenagers abroad were pushed into suicidal situations because they were blackmailed by scammers traced back to Nigeria.
Jordan DeMay fell victim to what is known as a extortion scam. This is extortion. Essentially, he was contacted by what he thought was a teenage girl on Instagram, and she turned the conversation flirtatious. She sent him a naked photo of herself and asked for one in return. When Jordan complied and sent a nude photo back to this individual through Instagram, immediately he was blackmailed for money. So what actually unfolded, and what he had no idea of, is that who was behind that account was actually con men or scammers based in Lagos, Nigeria, who had been contacting hundreds of teen boys across the US, reaching out to them to try and elicit a nude photo from them to then blackmail them. This crime, extortion, is now the fastest growing crime in the US. The FBI has been sending out PSAs because sadly it's resulted in the suicide of more than 24 teen boys, including Jordan DeMay.
That level of harm forces platforms to act. Even if the majority of Nigerians are innocent, the amount of damage done by the scammers is so big that global companies treat Nigerian accounts with extra caution. And that is how you end up with something like TikTok limiting live streaming during certain hours. It's not because the platform hates Nigerians, it's because the amount of abuse happening through the platform became too high to ignore. When South Africans see this, they react the way they always do because they've watched similar patterns here at home. Many South Africans feel like they've been gaslit for years. When they pointed out drug operations run by some Nigerian nationals, they were called xenophobic. When reports showed trafficking rings involving Nigerian gangs, they were told they were jealous. When police arrested scammers, counterfeit passport syndicates, and gangs controlling whole streets, South Africans were told they were exaggerating. Now, when the same issues affect other countries, when America complains, when Europe sets travel restrictions, when Asian countries deny entry to certain Nigerian travelers because of crime stats, when social media platforms roll out bans, South Africans immediately say, so is the whole world xenophobic now? Because clearly this can't all be jealousy. People are reacting this way because they want Nigerian nationalists to finally see what the world has been seeing. It's not South Africa alone, it's not hate, it's not jealousy, it's not xenophobia. It's documented crime statistics, global reports, and platform data. And South Africans feel like the Nigerian defenders only start calling it a problem when other countries react. Suddenly it's serious when the West speaks, but when South Africans speak, it's dismissed as hate. So when TikTok restricted Nigerian live streaming, the comments were a mix of sarcasm, anger, and we told you years ago. But even with all that, there's still an uncomfortable truth people don't want to say out loud. These bans and restrictions don't only affect criminals, they also affect innocent Nigerians who are just trying to make content, earn money, and live normally. There are thousands of Nigerian creators who use TikTok Live for fun or income. They are not scamming anyone, they are not posting explicit content, they are not part of any syndicate. Yet they are now part of the group being punished because the platform can't separate the innocent creators from the abusers fast enough. Once a country becomes a hotspot for online exploitation, everyone pays the price, and that's the sad part. Real creators lose opportunities because scammers destroyed the reputation of their digital space. The truth is complicated. On one hand, South Africans are tired of being told that they are jealous or xenophobic when they complain about criminal activities. On the other hand, not all Nigerians deserve to be punished or grouped together just because some people from their country are exploiting online platforms. But at the same time, TikTok does not care about national pride or emotions. They care about protecting their brand and protecting users. If a country produces tens of thousands of banned live streams in 3 months, they will act. If a country becomes the center of global sextortion networks, they will act. If blackmail cases link back to specific regions, they will act. It's not personal, it's safety. People can argue about whether the decision is fair, but one thing is clear, this has opened up another round of uncomfortable conversations Africans keep avoiding. We can't keep calling it jealousy when the world reacts to real issues. We can't keep calling it xenophobia when platforms provide hard numbers. And we also can't pretend that every Nigerian is guilty because many are victims of this reputation too. What we can do is acknowledge that online crime does not stop at borders. And when it becomes too big, it affects innocent people as much as the guilty ones. And maybe this movement will push more conversation about accountability, about protecting honest creators, and about dealing with online exploitation in a way that doesn't throw entire nations under the bus. At the end of the day, TikTok is not jealous, the world is not xenophobic, the world is reacting to patterns of abuse that have real consequences. And South Africans, they're reacting to finally being proven right about things they were attacked for saying years ago. But even as we talk about this, we should remember there are millions of Nigerians who want nothing to do with scams or explicit content online. They deserve better than to be grouped with criminals, and they deserve digital spaces that don't punish them for things they didn't do. This situation is messy, but it's real, and it's bigger than just a TikTok ban. It's a reflection of a problem the whole continent needs to confront honestly, without hiding behind slogans like jealousy or xenophobia every time uncomfortable truths come out. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Just remember to always stay respectful, and I'll see you guys on the next one.